Okay, so this is the second section is the basics of geometry, and you should know almost all of these, but some of you may not. A point, I think everyone knows what a point is, like when you graph coordinates, okay? A point is actually just a space, or I should say a point in space. There's no area to it. It's just a location. A line, everyone knows what a line is, I hope. A line is just a set of points in a straight line that goes forever and ever in each direction. Now, the big thing in geometry that a lot of people lose points on is you forget to label correctly. If they ask you, like if you've got a picture of a line, how many points does it take to make a straight line?
3.
2. Any 2 points makes a straight line. Here it happens to have 3 of them on there. So, you could name this line actually 6 different ways.
A, B, C, B, C.
No.
Just kidding.
A line just uses 2 points. Do not use 3. If you use 3, you're going to get it wrong. Because 3 is used to name a plane. Alright? So, to name this line, you could you got to put the line symbol above it. AB would work. If you forget the symbol, then that's a half point off. The only thing that doesn't need a symbol is if it is just a line segment. Hey, Troy.
Hey, did you figure out your...
I didn't on...
Sorry to interrupt.
No, that's no problem. This class is smart.
Oh, are you sure? I've had to drive that.
Well, you know me, still
See, every time I use
That was
Adobe,
me.
it seems like
It's just bread, yo, bro. It's just bread.
But
It's a social.
for some reason, I'll show you
Say it in my face. Alright. Can't see that.
when I go to the book here.
What? In face? Yeah, face that. Alright.
There's a lot.
You're locked.
I can't.
I'm locked. Add me to the call.
And then the other thing
I'll call you,
is,
babe.
when I put this in and put stuff on there, it automatically opens in Adobe. I can't.
Thank you.
So Adobe must be set as the default.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
What do you want as the default?
Well, the smart ink is what I open like this with.
Sure thing, dude.
Smart ink. I think it is.
I was watching Seinfeld yesterday, and then, what's her name? Went to
You were watching South Park?
Seinfeld.
Oh.
Since when, Carter? Oh.
They're like into I was trying to go to
I don't know what's going on
and she was
anymore.
the best man.
Wait, she was the best man?
She was the
Okay.
best man. She got
So,
taken out, right?
you could call it line AB or BA.
I thought you said there was 6.
That's 2. Or you could call it line BC or CB. What's the third one?
So air conditioner.
AC.
AC.
Yep. Or alternating current. Okay? So only use 2 letters for a line and put the line symbol above it.
So
I can do that.
A plane, not an airplane, but in geometry, a plane. Anyone remember what that is?
That's 3. Use 3 points.
Use 3 points. It's a what, Roman, were you saying? There's many planes in here, or examples of planes.
oh, like a wall.
Yeah, flat surface, except it goes on and on forever in every direction. So a plane, they usually just draw a parallelogram to represent it. A plane,
You drew that so perfect.
oh, thank you. Even though there's 4 points,
Such a sucker.
I'm not kidding though. I just like looked at it. Like,
even though there's 4 points on it, to name a plane, you only need any 3. So, and there's no symbol, you just call it any 3 letters. A, B, C, A, B, D, B, C, D, and so on. So any 3 letters in any order would name a plane. Okay? Now, this is one word you may have forgotten, collinear, but do you remember what linear means?
No.
Straight.
Straight line.
Do lines, yeah.
So if points are collinear, you know what
On
that
the
is?
same line.
On the same line. Okay? So then coplanar
It's on the same line.
on the same plane.
These two?
These 4 points are coplanar. This one is not, because it's off the plane.
But a plane goes on forever and ever, so technically
In
it would be on
directions,
the plane.
it goes out like this. It'd be like the floor is a plane and there's a point up here.
Wait, so wouldn't E be in it if it's going on forever?
Okay, I just got done saying that.
Jeez, you are.
It's
No,
like the
I'm saying
floor is a plane and point E is up here.
Oh.
It goes on in directions this way and that way. Okay?
Where's John? Wasn't right. Shut up, man.
Collinear points, any 2 points are always going to be collinear.
Because then it's not plane.
Even if you had a drawing like this, they try to trick you like this. They'll put 2 points like that, and then they'll put C out there. AC is collinear, and BC is collinear. Because even though it's not drawn, I could put a line through those two. See what I mean? So any 2 points are always collinear. Any 3 points are always coplanar. Now this one's a little harder to see. Okay, if I had 2 points here and one there, these are actually coplanar. The reason why is this. I don't have to use the plane that's shown to me. They just put that on there. So if you can imagine putting a sheet of paper through these two, like a plane, and then moving it until it goes through C. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So like say I had a point here on the floor and a point here and a point up here. The floor is this plane, but if I took another plane, I could slide it through these 2 points and then just keep tipping it up until it hits this point up here.
So basically making a plane. Just
So any 3 points, yeah, making your own plane.
Let's say if now D was in the plane, then that C wouldn't be considered coplanar.
It would be with any of these two, but not with these 4.
Oh,
So like ADC would be coplanar, ABC, DBC. Any 3 points
So
are
that's-
always coplanar.
that's how the E point can, like, if you do A, B, E, that
Yep.
would become planar.
Yep, these 3, or any of these 2 plus E, any 3. The real life application of that is, you guys know what tripods are
Yeah.
for cameras and stuff? The reason why they use tripods is because it'll never shake. A 4-legged one might shake, you know,
Oh, one.
but 3 legs will always fit flat or sit flat on whatever the floor surface is. You know what I mean? And that's because any 3 points are always coplanar. They'll always lay on a flat surface or sit on there. So here we got line segment. Okay? Segment AC means you start at A and end at C. Or in this picture, there's another segment AB. Or there's BC. And again, you can reverse those, CB, AB. The line segment is the one, though, that doesn't need a line segment above it. In the book or anywhere, if you just see 2 letters, that is meant to be a line segment. So you don't need to put the actual line segment above it, but you can if you want. The lines you do. Array, you remember what array is? Okay, there's array. It starts at the initial point and then goes in one direction. The way you label this is array is just a line like that. But you do have to put the initial point first. It's got to be BA because the first letter tells you where to start. If you name this array AB, that would be incorrect because that means you start at A and you go this way. Okay? So if you have array like this, you could name this array AB or array AC. It's the same thing. AB, AC. Opposite rays are kind of what you would just guess they are. They go the opposite direction. Ray BA and ray BC are opposite. They go exactly opposite. You guys, I hope, know what it means to intersect? Okay. All right, so name 3 points. This is kind of what your assignment is going to be today. You'll have a diagram and you got to name these. Name 3 points in this picture that are collinear. Any 3 points? What?
Just kidding.
Okay.
Any 3?
Any 3 that are collinear. Now,
Oh, it's no.
EC, those are collinear, but they want 3 points that are collinear.
DAC.
There you go. DAC
Oh,
are all on the same line. So they got a picture of like a plane here with a line going through the middle. So when you name points, this reminds me, this has been a problem too in the past in geometry. When you name a point, it's just D, comma, A, comma, C. You just put the, don't put them all in a row, because what is that?
That's a line segment.
That looks like a plane.
Plane.
Now this one is one of those easy trick questions, 3 points that are coplanar.
Oh, EAC.
EAC works.
ECB.
Could you get this wrong?
No.
Any 3 points are always coplanar. A, D, E are coplanar. They don't have to be. Now, these 4 are all on the same plane. But remember, any 3 are always coplanar, so the only way you get that wrong is if you pick F, which isn't on there. So now, 4 points that are not coplanar. This one, the test is a long ways away, but this question is on the test. Actually, all 3 of these are. This one's a little tricky. They're not coplanar. Someone name 4 points that don't lie on the same plane.
DBCE.
D, B, C, E. Let me see if that's right.
No.
That is correct.
That is correct.
Okay?
Oh, yeah.
Any
because
others?
Once you have 3, then the one up top doesn't count. So you have to have E in it. Do you not?
You do. Anyone got another one that are not coplanar?
BCAE.
B, C, A, and E are not. B and C, A form a little triangle there, and E's up there. D, A, what? D, A, C, E is the trick one. That one is, those are coplanar. The reason
Oh,
why.
they're on the same line.
Reason why is because DAC is on the same line, so I could put a plane through there and then tip it up until it hits E.
Yeah.
So the other 3 points, you gotta pick E, and then you gotta pick these 3 that are not on the same line. They gotta be, like these form a triangle. Does that make sense?
A triangle, not a line.
Right, a triangle, not a line. Because I could go right through those 3 and then tip it up and it would hit E, which means they'd all be on the same plane. Okay, 3 points that are not collinear, there's really no way to get this one wrong. Are there any 3 points on the same line in this picture?
Nope.
No. So you could pick any 3. Point that is coplanar with A, D, and E. So what point is on the same plane as those 3? There it is. H. It's the front of the box. Okay, drawing. Draw AB. Now you remember what that means?
Line.
Segment.
Segment.
Start at A, end at B. Ray BC, start at B and go through C. So then you gotta put the arrow. Line CD, which goes all the way through, so you gotta make sure you put arrows on each end to show it's a line. Ray DA, start at D, go through A. And Ray BB, start at B, go through D. Easy enough?
Looks like okay.
Okay, we don't have to do that. Okay. Sketch two lines that do not intersect. If they don't intersect, what kind of lines are they?
Parallel.
Parallel. So, when you see this in your book and when you draw it, to show that lines are parallel, they put in a little filled-in triangle. If you ever see that, that means the two lines are parallel. Don't get that confused with if you see a mark there and a mark there. You remember what that means?
Equal sides.
They're the same length, yeah, they're equal. This means they're parallel, this means they're equal. And then draw another line that intersects both of them. So that's all you'd have to do, something like that. Okay, draw points A, B, and C so they are not collinear. There. Then sketch line BC, segment AC, and ray BA. Okay? This last one is a little harder to draw. Two planes that don't intersect. It's like the ceiling and the floor. So, to draw that, you would just draw a parallelogram and another parallelogram. Can you kind of picture that? How they're parallel?
Oh,
Sheets
yeah.
of paper. And then a line that intersects each plane in a point. So you just put a line up to like right there. And then you could put a dotted to show it's going through, and then it comes out here. Dotted. Can you all picture that? Be like two sheets of paper with a line going right through both of them.
No, I don't think so.
All right.